This little Ultra of mine, I'm gonna let him shine. This little Ultra of mine, I'm gonna let him...
Will you stop that? The joke's old now.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's not funny.
Hikari is Japanese for light.
They know what Hikari means.
His name is Hikari.
They know what my name is. Can you just get on with the review already?
Hello collectors, it's Steven here, like someone else would hack my account and upload a video, with a review of the Ultra Act Ultraman Hikari. This figure is a Bandai Premium Webshop exclusive, and now you have to buy it on the aftermarket. This blue Ultra is almost as, if not more, popular than his pal Mebius. With fans being thrilled we finally have an Ultra without red. Some are wondering if this blue boy is worth it. So, on with the catchphrase. Let's take a look to see whether or not it's worth adding into your collection. As I said, Hikari's all blue, two different shades of, and silver is used to really bring out some key areas on his body. Touches of gold paint here and there really add to the small details, and it pays off. For example, the head features rather nice paint and sculpt marks, with the gold stripes being rather clean. This carries over wonderfully to his chest, where star marks are painted beautifully. Those who are familiar with the Ultra Act Gulza, specifically the bumps on it, will know how impressive this feat is. Looking at the arms, the paint is nice, and the night brace is done well. Moving to the legs, unfortunately, Hikari has an issue other Mebius-related renewals have. Thin paint. The right thigh on my Hikari has scrapes. Bollocks. Aside from this, with the paint not being in the sculpt marks in some spots like other Ultras, Hikari looks alright. Hikari's articulation is rather standard for the Ultra Act line and doesn't really bring anything new to the table. However, that doesn't mean it's bad. So first off, we have the head, which is attached to the neck on a ball joint, as you can see here, and the neck is attached into the body at the shoulders on a ball joint. So that's about as far as Hikari can look up, about as far as he can look down. The shoulders are attached into the body on ball joints, as you can see here, and housed inside the shoulders themselves are hinges. Now take note that if you go to move the shoulders up just like that, on the right side, you're going to have limited range. However, if you carefully adjust them, like on the left side, you're going to have much better range. So do be careful there. Now, speaking of the shoulder pads, they're actually attached on ball joints, so you're going to be able to move them around just a little bit, not too much. It is a nice addition, however. We have a bicep swivel right here, which is a nice cut. The elbows, we have a double hinge, and the wrists feature the same sort of articulation you would expect. Swivel hinge combo, and the hands are attached to the wrists on a ball joint, so you can spin them around independently of the wrist joint. Moving down, we have the ab crunch, which is on a ball joint, and you can definitely get Hikari to lean back pretty far and twist from side to side. However, very similar to Mebius, you have to be careful because these little lines here are extra spiky, and you may damage the sculpt if you're not careful. Waist articulation, we also have a ball joint, and as you can see here, that's about as far back, which is cool. Moving down, we have hinges at the hips, pull-down style, and the thighs are attached to the hips on ball joints, though unfortunately Hikari's booty does block backward movement. There's also a little swivel in there, so this way you get a little bit of extra movement from side to side like so. Knees feature a double hinge on Hikari, as you can see here. And the ankles feature the same articulation as all the other Ultras, which is a swivel hinge combo. You can get ankle rocker movement, however keep in mind that the feet are rather large, so it's not too much movement there for the feet at the ankles overall. Finishing up articulation, Hikari does have a hinge at the toe, and you get some great movement both in the up and down directions. Moving on to accessories, Hikari comes with all of the essential Ultra Act accessories, including some effect parts. So first up, aside from the default fists we get, Hikari comes with two other sets of hands. One being a set of chopping hands, as you can see I already have one attached, and the other is a splayed hand. And to swap out the hands, all you have to do, following form, is grip the already equipped hands, pop it off, then line up the hole in the hand with the ball joint on the wrist, and then just pop the new hand on like so. Now, it may be a little bit difficult for you, but you just got to apply enough force and be gentle with it, and you should be good to go. Like most Ultra Act releases, we get a little stage adapter here, so to swap it out, all you have to do is grip this little piece in the back of Hikari, and then line it up, and there you go. Now you don't need a claw. Like most Ultras, we get a color timer replacement part here for the red color timer. So to swap the color timer, you have to be very careful here. and pop out the currently attached color timer. And the reason why I say be careful is because there's silver paint here and you got to use your nails to dig in there and you don't necessarily want to cause any damage. Then line up the color timer with the hole and the sculpt mark on Hikari's chest, and now Hikari is running out of time. The first effect part we get with Hikari is the Night Blade, and wow does this look awesome with the little red gem at the tip there. It's popping out of the Night Brace, and as you would expect, that's how you attach it. All that needs to be done is to pop off the Night Brace, though you do have to be careful because much like Mebius, this can be attached very, very tight, so a little bit of hot water if you're having trouble, and that'll come off just fine. Then all you have to do is line up the holes on the new brace, like so, and now Hikari is ready to cut some people up. The last effect part we get with Hikari is the Night Shot, and as you can see here, it is a nice translucent blue, very similar to the original beam effect of the SH Monster Arts Godzilla, and then as you can see, it is attached to a chopping hand part which has some nice pearlescent paint, and just like all the other Ultras, it's easy to attach this piece. It's a swappable hand part, as you would guess, and to attach it, you just have to pop out the currently attached hand, and pop the new hand in at the end of the beam, and there you go. Now Hikari is unleashing a powerful attack. So, the accessories, rather standard for an Ultraman in the Ultra Act line, but still very critical for the character. And wrapping everything up, here's a size comparison for you, with Hikari next to some other figures which may already be on your shelf. So, buy Hikari now, skip him, or wait for a deal. He looks great despite some thin paint, and the articulation is well executed. Accessories are simple enough you really can't complain, aside from maybe another additional blast or two, just generic would be great. However, is it worth the 8,000 to 9,000 yen aftermarket price? Well, that's up to you. Some will pay it, some won't. It is a nice figure though, and will add some great color to your Ultraman shelf. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like the video and subscribe. What do you think of the figure? Drop a comment down below and let me know. Interested in picking this one up? Check the description for some really cool links to take you where you need to go. Want to watch some more videos? I picked a few just for you, so click the annotations on your screen right now for more great content. Until next time, collectors!